call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They go to the ground. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Frost. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quick strike complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Got it in the middle. It's Frost. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Nah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Brooks. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Ivory. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Looks as if he's going to run it. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. But they can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business.
There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Into the end zone unimpeded. Except for that piece of laundry on the field, this might be coming back. First down here for the offense. Find some fresh air. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air on second down. The throw. They're working that left side. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete on the comeback.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madden. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Nittany Lions didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Penn State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Can't get him to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the 1st half. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Gonna look downfield again. Caught near the sticks. It's crossed. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Bruins. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Working from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to buy time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on 1 play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. offense in an empty set. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And it's caught inside the 25.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got room to work. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 28 over Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback making checks. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Frost. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Unloads it left. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Wants to bring it back. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Wants to throw on third down. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Kane. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. bringing the intensity to open the second half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me...
It's a running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Quarterback keeper. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Now, I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The sure hands, it's Stewart. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Fires to the big fella, and he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire, using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They want to run it left here.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going for it all. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Might be changing the route. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays.
Turning it off. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Bruins are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Ivory. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. Smashes him with the stiff arm.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Stanford. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Making side adjustments here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brooks. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
Using his feet. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.